On Saturday, we did a live Q&A session, or think about like coaching session on market condition tool. This is an amazing tool by DAT, and it seems like some people get confused about like the color code, meaning red, loose market. It's a tight market, it's a loose market. Where should I go? Where's send my trucks? And what I decided to do is obviously go over again and show you around how to use this tool. This is obviously an awesome tool to use. And this basically for those people who really wanted to level up their dispatching game. What I will do is I'll go ahead and show you the hot markets specifically for flatbed market right now. If you're dispatching your own trucks, if you're a carrier, you have your own trucks. If you're in the flatbed market right now, and if you are in the West Coast, rental market, Nevada right now, it's booming. As you can see, it's about 130 loads per truck. It's amazing. Take a look at the number of trucks. There are about 2,000 loads, and there are about like 14 trucks available in that area right now. That's the number one reason why. Let me go there real quick. Why the rental market it's hot. I used words like hot. It's very tight. It's a loose market. It's a cold market. I don't want you to confuse by these words. Think about red is basically where there are too many loads. As you can see on the right side, is about 2,000 loads, right? The 14 trucks available. That means 2,000 loads are available, but the capacity of the trucks are less. Well, we have only 14 trucks available to move these. Think about this way, right? Move these 2,000 loads. On the other hand, if I just move and let's say let me go to, for example, okay, negative 40. This is the Greensboro market. It's loose. It's a blue color. Blue color obviously represents cold meaning, man, there's we have this truck load to truck ratio is about like 6. That means for every truck there we have 6 loads. That means there is a competition among carriers, and it's a win-win situation for the freight broker. Just, I'm trying my best to use like simple terminology to break this down, so it seems like very easy to grasp this idea. The color, I think, in my opinion, it confuses people. Red, think about this way: the red color represent hot, blue color represent cold. When it's hot, you must send your trucks there, right? The hot area, the red area. Think about like there are too many loads, less trucks. And on the cold side, the blue color, there are too many trucks, less loads. So then I'm not saying that don't send your trucks. Maybe you don't have like other options, but go there and pick up a load and then leave. But that's what it is, right? So there are too many loads, less trucks, or too many trucks, less loads, right? Good thing is that there's some states, too many loads, okay? So the market condition tool, it basically shows you where you need to position your trucks. And then we have this, time frame. It's an awesome tool if you really wanted to forecast, for example, for like the entire week to see, at least predict what is going to happen. And then what you can do is you can do like prior 8 days to see, what happened, let's say in Reno, Nevada. You can do also last 30 days, basically see, what happened in the last 30 days in these markets so that you can make assumptions, you know, make some like forecast, and you can predict, for example. So current date, you can also do current date. This option is new. It's an upgrade. If you wanted to upgrade, for example, right now I'm using DAT1 Select. If you wanted to upgrade to the next level, I don't know, then obviously you will have 8-day forecast. Now, basically, you're using this option to see like what will happen, let's say, for 8 days, right? Like for forecasting for the 8 days. This is the prior 8 days. That means you're looking at the future. What is going to happen the next 8 days? And again, this is a forecast. Basically, well, we need to test and see, but I haven't upgraded yet so that we can test. Well, I'll ask the DAT so that we can get this unlocked for us, and then I'll do another video how we can look basically use this feature to look at 8 days in advance and just forecast and position our trucks. So, well, at the end we'll be doing a Q&A. Just prepare your questions. If you have questions, you can ask now if you wanted to. That's basically it. Obviously, the number one thing that you need to remember that this is outbound. And again, the number one reason why I do this is because some people get confused about what about inbound? Inbound, as you can see, is still new. I don't think it's accurate data. I tested like here and there, but it seems like data kind of off. But outbound, it's pretty accurate. Well, inbound, outbound, just a little bit of information here. The inbound is how many loads coming into the state. Take example, Georgia, for example. How many loads coming into the state? It's crucial information, and you need to know how many loads goes into any particular state that you're going into, right? So if you're in Texas, you want to go to Atlanta, you want to know how many loads going into the Georgia. But at the same time, I think the most important aspect of this, the outbound, and again, the situation where you wanted to move your trucks from Texas area going to east side or east coast, specifically North Carolina, South Carolina, or Georgia, maybe Florida. Think about Georgia, for example. You need to know how many loads going out of that state, right? I can say that, hey, let's do this. For example, think about Nebraska, right? So Nebraska, it's like, man, there are 400 loads available, and there are already more than 100 trucks, or 108 trucks more specifically, trucks available, right? There are not many loads, and there are a lot of trucks available to move that capacity. Okay, but if you look at, for example, let me bring close, zoom in. Instead of going, let's go to Texarkana. If you can see, now look at this one, about 7 loads available. And how many loads we have? About 221 loads and 33 trucks. Compared to Alabama, for example, loaded truck ratio is 114, like 114 loaded truck ratio. That means for every truck, we have about like 114 loads. Imagine, like, compare 200 loads compared to 6,000. Now, 53 trucks available in this area. Now, let's go to Reno market right now, and we specifically talking about flatbed. And if you go to Reno market right now, see this. This is the current day. The loaded truck ratio is 31.2. 1,300 loads available right now, currently, and 42 trucks. If we move, let's see this time frame. If you click on the prior business day, now you see that yesterday it was busy, right? Think about 128, about 130 load to truck ratio, almost 2,000 loads, and there are only 14 trucks were available yesterday. I'm really interested in, upgrading this 8-day forecast using this data. I think it will be an awesome tool or an awesome feature to use. And I was also talking about, before we disconnected, the inbound and outbound. The outbound is very, very important if you are, again, the example of Texas, if you're moving from Texas to, Alabama, for example, right? So you need to know how many loads going out of that specific state. And the reason why is because you don't want to just send your driver there or your trucks and you have a good load from, let's say, Reno, Nevada, or Houston, Texas. You go there and just you wait, 2 to 3 days for a load or a good load or high-paying load to pop up. So instead of that guesswork, just forget about that and use this tool instead to forecast and see like how many loads going out of or the outbound, how many loads coming out of this particular state. Okay, so that is that you also, what you can do is you can basically, instead of doing market, that's the area, that's the time frame, and that's the area, you can do, for example, state. You're just specifically looking at the state, because within states we have these, the markets. For example, in Georgia specifically, if it says, don't be confused if you're using the Georgia as a whole, like a state, it says load to truck ratio, as you can see, right? It's 20.1, the load to truck ratio. That means for every truck, there's like 20 loads available. But don't forget, Georgia is huge, and it basically uses different markets to give you the average number. For example, inside Georgia, we have Macon market, we have Savannah market, we have Atlanta market. So then if you just do like markets, now let's go inside Georgia and see, what's happening there. Like, as we said, Macon market, we have about 32.9, about 34. And Savannah market is 31, right? And Atlanta market is 13.6. Okay. So, and you can also, type specific location. For example, if you wanted to look at Houston, let me go there real quick. Houston, Texas. Okay. And you can look at this way, analyze the Houston market first. And if you wanted to compare the outbound, I think it will be, awesome when the DAT, we need to improve the numbers when it comes to like inbound. What I was trying to say is if we can compare like inbound to outbound or outbound to inbound, that will be awesome. But it seems like it's still new. I think it's in the beta, they're testing it right now. But what you can do, I also did this on Saturday. What you can do is, as you can see at the right top corner, you can split and, test different markets. For example, 2 different outbounds. What you can do, Houston, Texas, you can compare to Los Angeles. There you go. And awesome. See, it's a neutral market. Now, you can also do like prior business day. You can do prior 8 business day and, current day in California, for example, Los Angeles. So you can also do state as a whole, as I showed you. You can do like this, compare, and you can see that it's not even 7, the load to truck ratio. That means not even 7 loads for every single truck that are available in California, and specifically in Los Angeles area. So let me see. If you guys have questions, please let me know while I'm here. So if not, that's basically a quick wrap up that we did on Saturday. Some people just confused about the different this coloring, the cold, the hot, the loose, the tight market. So I decided to do real quick the live session is just showing you around, what's possible. And again, thank you guys. We'll be doing another live on Saturday. I'll be going to use lane makers, or thinking about try hard comparing to market condition tool.